everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a purchases and donations video. I haven't done one for a couple of months, and I've bought some stuff at auction and at charity shops, and I've had a couple of very nice donations as well. I haven't done well. I haven't had any restoration videos out this month. I had been doing some models. I straight after my last video, which was the Joe 90 car, I'd started doing 2 restorations, and both of them went completely wrong, sort of at the 11th hour, and I had to start them again. And yeah, and then came the sad news of Martin Dare's passing. I saw Paul Jones's video on that day, you know, announcing Martin's passing, which was very sad. And you know, my very first person I saw doing these models was Marty's Matchbox makeover, and I watched a couple of his videos and I thought, you know, I'd like to get into doing that. And because I watched his videos, those were the first ones. Nothing else seemed to come up on my YouTube, so I started hunting around for, you know, some of these videos, and then, well, that's how I stumbled across Corgi Bob. My memory's going kaput. Yeah, that's how I stumbled across Corgi Bob's videos, and I started watching his, and then not long before I started putting videos, doing my own videos, I came across Martin's, and I think he started doing his videos not that long before I started mine, but you know, I started watching the videos. I think I missed 2 or 3 of his very first ones, and I went back and watched them, and since then I've been hooked, like a lot of you, I think, or like everybody basically, but hooked on his videos, the same as Corgi Bob's. And you know, when I heard Paul Jones saying Martin had passed, I just couldn't believe it, and it really, well, it shocked me, as I'm sure it shocked all of you. And you know, it was hard to comprehend, and we're all going to miss him very much. I know that. Well, you all know that. We all know that. And yeah, I've sent condolences to his wife and family, but, you know, on video, condolences to his wife and family. It's very sad. And yeah, hearing that, I came in to carry on with these restorations, and my mind wasn't on it. I left it. So I left it for quite a few days. I didn't want to I didn't feel like touching them, you know, and I'm sure a lot of you felt the same. So I left it, and then I have gone back to doing them. So I've nearly finished one of them, and well, I'm not far off the second one, so those will come. I will put those on at a later date, but that's the reason why I've had no you know, videos of restorations. What I'm going to do, since this tragic news, Martin had sent me a box full of models. I'm not sure if it was last year or the year before. It might have been the year before, because time goes so quick. And there were a lot. He knew I liked the classic, you know, the Corgi classics. So there were a lot of those in boxes, which you know, you don't touch them. They're fine. They're lovely. But he sent me also in the box, there was quite a few other models that needed restoring. So I think I'm going to start, I haven't started yet, but I'm going to start straight away after I've done this video, doing some of those models. I'll start obviously with the first one, as a tribute to Martin. I know a lot of you are doing tributes to Martin, and models, and I thought that Fraser Martin's was great, the Hillman Imp with the Dare Orange. I thought that was really nice. So yeah, I'm going to go through, in the next few weeks and do some of the models that Martin sent me. There was one I put aside, a bus that I think Martin was on his list for getting one, and he wanted one, and I put it aside to send to him. I had a few Tonkas to send to him, and I was going to do that, but obviously that's not going to happen now. Okay, so well, that's it. Well, it's hard, isn't it? It's my first video since this happened. So anyway, we'll get back onto today's video, and yeah, purchases and donations. Like I say, I bought an auction. I think it was one auction lot. I paid a fair bit for it, but I totted up in my head what I thought they were worth, and I put that bid on, and I got them for cheaper. I did it online. The auction's just up the road, it's not far from me, probably a couple of miles up the road from me. But because I'm at work, I can't bid on it, obviously. So I've got to put my maximum bid online and hope for the best. So this lot I got, and I bought quite a bit in the charity shops, and my missus bought me couple of models that she saw when she was in town in one of the smaller charity shops. So yeah, and like I say, I've had a couple of really nice donations. So we're going to go in the other room now, because there's more room, and get on with this video. Okie dokie. Right, okay. Well, cuckoo. Let's start off with my auction purchases, and first up we got this Foden tanker, been overpainted. They've all been overpainted. I think that's why I got them at a good price. This one's the later Foden, but not in bad nick. Very restorable. It's never been undone, but it's just been overpainted. Got the hook on, and it's got no cracks behind the cab, which is good. So yeah, that's the first one. Put it over there. Then we've got this one, which is the Guy. These have all been overpainted, unfortunately, but like I say, that's why I got them at a good price, I think. And again, not been undone, but just overpainted. So Dinky Super Toys Guy. Don't know if there was one with that on, or whether that's just, obviously that's been put on after it was repainted. But I'm not sure, I'll have to research that, but that's a lovely restorable one, pretty straight. Got the doors, which is a good, it's a bonus. Hinges are not broken. So that's that one. We got this trailer. Someone's put Steel Lux London, England stickers on. I think that's been, yeah, well, that has been repainted, because you can see it's all over the axles. But anyway, that's a nice trailer. That might go well behind one of the other lorries. The tyres are they're still a bit flexible, they're not bad at all, so that's cool. Not sure about the tow bar, if that's, I think that's a genuine one, I think it's the right one. Yeah, because it's got the ends flattened, so it looks okay, looks right to me, but if you know different, please let me know. Excuse me. Another one we've got here, another guy. Now I don't know if that sticker's been put on. I think it's been put on over the paint, or has it been, no, I don't know. It's hard to tell if it's been put on or painted around, but it doesn't matter, because I've got I've got 2 or 3 other ones of these that I bought, was it last year or the year before, to auction, same auction place, and I just want to do one of each of these trucks, you know, all the variations that Dinky did. I think that might be slightly bent back, that cab. I don't want to try and straighten it and break it though, we'll have to be careful when we do that. But that's really painted thick on there, that yellow paint, painted with a yard brush. But again, the doors are there, the hinges are not broken, you know, all the pillars are there. Nice straight little truck. Seem to have a puncture on a couple of the tyres, so we might have to pump those up. But yeah, again, that's another nice little truck. Now, or little lorry I should say. There's another guy, but flatbed. Unfortunately the mud guards are snapped off there and there, so we'll have to build those up when we do it. But again, other than that, that looks quite a straight lorry. Again, been over painted. Don't think the base has been off, because they've got a bit of dab of paint on that base, so it just says that it's not been off. So yeah, that's nice. That's another variation there, the flatbed. Right, next one. Now I haven't got one of these with this type of body on, but it's another Foden. Again, all over painted. Again, there doesn't appear to be any cracks behind the cab. Tyres have got a bit of flex in them still. I don't know whether they've been replaced, probably at some time. But yeah, I was pleased to get that, because like I say, I haven't got one with that body on. The tailboard needs straightening a little bit because it's slightly bent that way. But yeah, that's another nice one. So I'm pleased with that. I do like my Fodens. And I'd like to do some tankers, you know, in the CRAPAUD colours as well. So here we go, another one. This is an older one, the older version. Now I did the flatbed one. Was it flatbed or was it brewery? Can't remember now, I have to look in my cabinet. But I did it in the CRAPAUD transport colours. But again, I haven't got one with this body on, so that's 2 with the bodies I haven't had before, so I'm pleased with that. Oh, those tyres are a bit more brittle. But yeah, pretty straight old lorry. Got the hook on it. It's going to be nice to do, I like that. And here we go, another one, a later one again. Unfortunately that's got the bumpers cracked there, so that's been dropped on that and that's pushed back and pushed back there and it's cracked. And good job my missus isn't there, because I'm dropping bits all over the dining room table. She's not going to be very happy. Hope she doesn't come home early from work and catch me. So again, all over painted. This is okay. We can fix that. I'll drill into that and put a peg. I've done it before with one of my other ones. But yeah, very nice. Got the hook. Got the spare wheel without the tyre. Yeah, pleased with that. So I've done well on the Foden front this time. The Foden in the guy. Trucks, lorries. Okay, so we got one of these. I was thinking of putting this one as a milk lorry, and then I see, who was it? Done one on, it was on one of the Facebook pages. Can't remember who it was now. But I thought that was really nice, so I'd like to do the same thing. Because I have done the cement lorry like this, and that was one that Martin sent me. So what was it, Ferrocrete or something? Anyway, I have done one. I think he did it, so it would be nice to do maybe like our old Jersey Milk marketing board, which was maroon and cream colour. They used to have their colours. They changed later on, and I think well, it's totally different now, the Jersey Dairy. But yeah, so again, this one's all there and pretty straight. The base is nice and straight. The wheel's coming off there, but that will help me when I dismantle it. So sometimes they go there. The one that Martin sent me, it was broken there, where that base clips in. But I managed to drill up and bend a piece of wire and use that, and it worked really well. So there you go, that's that one. Here we got a Bedford. God, my tummy's rumbling, I'm hungry. We've got the little Bedford articulated lorry. Drop side truck, lorry. I keep saying truck, I mustn't. Yeah, nice little Arctic. Wouldn't it be nice to have one of those now? A real one, I mean. But again, you know, it's in good nick. It's all there, not broken. Just a case of stripping it down and repainting. It's got the headlights, which are quite often broken off. So yeah, Steelex, somebody had a load of stickers of that, put it all over all the lorries. That's that one. And we've got his brother or sister, another one. Again, all there. Again with the two headlights still there. So that's really cool. Pleased with that. Got a ramp from the dinky car transporter, which was nice to have. I know it's been painted as well, which is a shame. I've got a couple of those. I've got one still in the box. And then we've got the rest of it. The lorry that the ramp goes with, again, all been painted, so I don't know whether it was a dark blue or light blue or white, I don't know. There might be some remnants under the paint, but it's doing. 4 rivets, not a 6 rivet unfortunately. Would be nice to have a 6 rivet. I haven't got a 6 rivet one yet. I keep looking out for them, but I never seem to find one. But that's nice. So that was it from the auction, and what did I've got the thing here. Okay, so I paid £80 for that lot. So I suppose it was enough, but if you know, add up individually all those models, I think I didn't do too bad at all. Okay, so I'm going to put that out the way and then get the lot of models of yesteryear. I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay, here we go. So these had been for a while in the charity shop. We got a big one at the Jersey Zoo, and I had one or two, or well, say half a dozen I suppose, of these horse-drawn ones, these Days Gone, not models, well it is models of Days Gone, and I quite fancied some more, but they wanted silly money for them. I think it was £6 each, and I thought, well, I'm not doing that, because they come up at auction quite often, and you know, when you buy a lot they work out a lot less than £6 anyway. They must have realised. So sort of 2 weeks later they were still there. Nobody was buying them. I know it's for charity, but nobody was buying them, and they have got loads and loads and loads of these. They must have a load in the back and they're not putting them all out because there's new ones all the time. So I thought, well, it'd be nice to get a collection of the horse-drawn vehicles. So I thought, okay, they dropped them to £3, which I thought, well, that's not bad. That's about what I would say for them. And so I bought quite a few of them. So that's the first one. It's the what's that? Biff Back 2 Convention. But anyway, that nice little fire appliance, which I thought was quite nice. There's no figures in that one. I don't know if, yeah, well, there must have been, unless it's underneath. This one's got a load of figures with it, so that's again another fire appliance. It's got the figures there in the back of the box. So I thought, you know, I get different variations. There's a tram downtown. I think there's meant to be figures in that one, but they're not there again unless they're underneath. Oh, there's a bus. Pairs. Open top bus. Horse-drawn one. And it's got the figures in. Policeman. I thought that was nice. I've got quite a few of these different ones. There's a furniture one. That was from the hospice shop, so that was different. That wasn't from the zoo. We got another big hospice shop, and they're like massive big sheds, the both of them. So we just went on the off chance up there. I hadn't been for a while, and then they had these. But see, they've priced them at £3, so you know, they haven't had labels stuck over like the others. I'm not sure where they find their valuations sometimes. I really don't. Whether they just look online or I don't know. But anyway, that's that one. We got another fire appliance. That is a nice one, that actually. I like that one, London Fire Brigade. That looks more realistic than the other two. But again, that's got figures. That's got some sitting on there. I don't think this one. Does this one go? No, this must go with something else probably. I'm not sure. 3 poodles and a lady with them, but not sure on that. Oh, we got another one of these Main Street, the old bus, and I'm assuming, I don't know if that's just protection in the back or whether the figures are wrapped in that. I haven't opened them. What we got here? We got another one. See, that's got the figures in it. It's the same. It's the same casting, if you like. It's just got different. Well, the National Tramway Museum's just got different stickers on. But that's got all the people that go with it. So there you go. Those should have it, and they haven't. Yeah. Right, what have we got here? This one. Tram car. Very nice as well. Another tram car. Different advertising. The old matches. Now this one I thought it was quite nice. That one was £2. They dropped that to £2. Where I think they could have left that at £3. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit daft. They don't seem to, you know, their prices jump about all over the place really. The box is a bit broken, but I just like the model with a load on the back, and then it's got the figures. Yeah, I just like that one. That's why I went for that. Well, we got a circus one here, big tops. It's got all the figures as well. Don't know if they're the right ones actually. That one's got a gun, so I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know. Seems a bit strange if why would that one have a gun? I think it's the wrong figures, eh? No matter. We've got another one on the bus. Lipton's Teas. That's got the figures. Yeah, that's the right ones. It's very nice. I want to make a not cabinet, but like the ones, you know, the proper shelves that they make for the other models. The horse-drawn ones are too big to fit in it, so I want to get some wood and make one up. I went on Temu. I got the green base to put in the back of it, and make a bigger one, because it'd be nice to have a display of these to go with the others that I've already shown you that I've got on the wall of my little man cave, on the outside wall of it. Still in the house, but on the wooden, you know, it's the man cave is in the actual house. It was the old pantry, so yeah, it'd be nice to make some more shelves, put those on. Okay, so another furniture removers. These horses look nice, all painted up. I assume that's what the idea was for them, for you to paint all the figures and the horses and everything yourself. But yeah, that's nice. Nearly there. Now this, I didn't have a Cardiff City fire engine, so that was nice. I saw that one, I thought, well, I've got to have that. Because I was thinking I still had some duplicates in my little shelves there, but I haven't, so I don't know. So I've got an odd one there, but yeah, that's quite nice, that one. Then I saw this one, another Jersey Lavender Farm. I have got one, but it's nice to have another one, and this one's got the figures, whereas the other one, it obviously didn't have those. So that's that. One more, and this is Commonwealth Games Scotland 1986 competitors coach. So I thought I'll have that because I hadn't seen that one before. Is that the 13th? Is it? Yeah. Commonwealth Games. So that's the yesteryear ones. I'll clear that lot away again and then we'll move on to the very generous donations. See you in a tick. These ones I forgot to show you. They're ones my missus bought in town in one of the little charity shops. So she thought I might like these. So this is the Lado promotional model. London Transport's got a headlight missing, but I can sort that out. Mars bars. Mars are marvellous. Nice Mars bars. That's a nice one. Then we've got this. She said, oh, I thought you might like that one. I'll try and do something with that. It's the Matchbox. It's a Range Rover, police Range Rover. A little bit worse for wear, but missing its mirrors. Missing the tailgates. But if nothing else, it'll do for spares. I'm not sure if I've got another Matchbox one. I know I've got a couple of dinky ones. So there's that one. And then she said, oh, I wasn't sure. I didn't know if this was old ones or what. So she got me this one. I have got a couple of others that are a bit more worse for wear than this one. So it's quite nice to get this one. I think there's a bit broken off there. I'm not sure. Yeah. But like I say, I've got enough. I've got 2 or 3 others like this, and I do have enough to make a couple of good ones up. So I will do that. So that's thanks to my missus, Monica. It was very nice of her. Okay, now on to the big donations. Now I'm probably going to have to lift the camera up here because as you know, I use my old video camera and it doesn't go out far enough. So this lovely Matchbox motorised motorway. I'll try and get the lid off. Now, this is from Mr. Steve Cook. So thank you very much, Steve, for this. You left a comment on my Christmas video if I would like another one of these Matchbox motorways. And oh god, my camera's moving on the tripod, sorry about that. I said yes, I'd be very interested, and how much would you like for it? And he said, no, I don't want anything for it, I'll send it to you. So that was really, really generous. You got the motors there, and all the bits of track and the springs that make the cars go around, so that's really cool. I left a message. Well, I don't know how, I couldn't email you, Steve, but I left a message on my Christmas video. I'm not sure if you saw it, to say thank you very much for your generosity. So thank you very much if you haven't, for your generosity. That's really, really kind of you. And you know, they do fetch quite a lot of money on eBay, so that's you know, I'm really grateful for that one. That is kind of you to send me that. So we're going to have a play with that and maybe put it together with the other one, see if that works. And it's nice, it's got the instruction booklet with it, which is very nice to have. I didn't realise that these could go on the batteries. You know, there used to be batteries to put them on, and there's different layouts. So that's brilliant. Brilliant. I was over the moon with that. So again, thank you very much to Steve Cook. Thank you, Steve, for that. It was very much appreciated. Okay, I'm going to put that to one side again, and then I've got one more donation from Mr. Ralph Cooling, and he sent me a message 3 or 4 days ago to say, oh, I'm just posting you a little parcel I'm having to clear out at home, and I thought you might like some of these models. It's only a small parcel, but it's a lot bigger than I thought. So we'll move on to that. Okay, catch you in a minute. Right, we're back. Now look at these little beauties. I think they're gorgeous. What my battery says, it's low on the camera now. But yeah, lovely detail on these. British Road Services, little Arctic lorries. I think that's lovely. It's not a scale I've really had before, but they are really nice. So there's another one, there's like a TK. I'm not sure which trailer goes with which, but that's really nice. Lovely detail on them for the size of them. It is lovely detail. So yeah, they're like I say, they're a nice little scale there, nice size. Look at this, we got the flat fronted Bedford, like the old army Bedfords. That's nice. Got some crates in the back. Bars a bit. I have to push that straight there. But yeah, lovely models. I really like those. Another one, look at this baby. That's gorgeous. I know it's probably the wrong trailer, but lovely old lorries. And we got this one, Scania. Look at that, that's gorgeous. The detail on that for the size of them. I think that's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Look, one of my favourites, the old ERF. That is one of the ones like, well, it's slightly older than the one I had because it's only got the single headlights. Mine had the twin headlights. It's a bigger one, a KV or something. Mine was the 4LK. LK 44, can't remember. But yeah, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Right, one more. I've changed my battery now. I have to be quick because I've only got one bar on this battery as well. Lovely old Thames Trader. Same scale. This isn't the trailer, I don't think that goes with it, but look at that. The detail on that. I love them. Those are really cool. Oh yeah, British Road Services, so it might be What's this one got on there? I can't read on there. I can't read what it's got on the door. Need my glasses. But that's great. That's great. Right. Another lovely model here. DAF. Isn't that nice? Look, with the trailer. Still got the mirrors in the packet in there. That's gorgeous. Take it out. I don't really want to take it out, but there you can see DAF in there. Very easy to see. It's a bit dark, but that's a lovely lorry. That. I'm going to try and lift this a bit, and I can go further back with the box. That's lovely. Right, now we got some old Arctics, CQ. There's containers on there. Repair those. See, they clip on. I'll have to put all those bits together. So look at that lovely Volvo. I need to make a mirror for that side. But if I hang on, it's this side, isn't it? Is it this side or is it that side? I can't remember. This side. Sorry, I'm getting confused now. I was playing with it yesterday. You got these little divots in there, so when you pull that handle forward, it locks the containers on. So that's really cool. And Ralph gave me, I've forgotten what the name of it is. Those the big like forklift things that lift the containers up. He gave me one of those a couple of years ago. Had the front bits missing, and I managed to get the mechanism. I'm just missing one part now, so I've got a container and a mechanism, and you know, that would be a good one to go with this lorry to put the containers on and off. So there's that one, and then there's this one with a big long trailer, man, and that's got the, I assume that's ballast on the back. Is it a ballast box? I'm not quite sure how all this heavy haulage stuff works, to be honest. But yeah, that fits. That lever there is to, you know, unhook the trailer, and this lever here makes the legs go up and down. It's a bit tight, so, but it does work. Because I've tried them. I've been playing with all these yesterday. So that's that one. Then we got this lorry, another Volvo. And there's a nice purple trailer. I don't think it's off of this one. It might be. It does fit anyway. It might be off of this one, I don't know. We need to get a front grille onto that, but we'd be able to do that. I think maybe something on the 3D printer or a sticker. We can put a sticker in there. That's cool. The legs. Yeah, I like that. Globe trotter. And then we've got one more, which is another Volvo and a low loader, very low trailer as well. So that, there you go. It's got some bits missing off the top. I'm not sure what was meant to go on there, but we'll sort that out. Yeah, that's cool. Possibilities with these. A lot of possibilities. So that's really nice. Thank you very much for that, Ralph. It's very much appreciated, so thank you for thinking of me. Now my battery's saying it's flat again, so we need to wrap this up pretty quick now. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I know it's not very long, but long enough. And yeah, I might put one of my restorations on the one I'm nearly finished. I might do that maybe next week or the week after, to give me time to start on the first, or to get the first restoration done of those models that Martin sent me. As I say, to do it in memory of Martin. So until next time, well, until the next video, you know, thank you all for sticking with me and coming back this time. I know it's been a while, you know, since I've done a video. I've told you the reason why. Yeah, so thanks for sticking with me and being patient, and thanks for joining me this time. So until next time, please take care, look after yourselves, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheerio for now. Bye bye. Abato.